Hey Scorpio, we're going to be doing a reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys, Scorpio. Why do I feel like this? Ooh, Scorpio. 7 of Cups. So that is a Scorpio card. All right. And the King of Swords at the bottom, which is a pretty interesting combination. So maybe you guys are feeling really decisive right now, or maybe you're feeling like you are like in charge of making some sort of decision, that kind of stuff. Okay. Certainly could be. All right. Let's see. Scorpio. All right. I also, maybe there's something that you're like, I need to figure that out. 8 of Pentacles, dude. God, this has been everywhere. Everywhere. 8 of Pentacles all over the place, man. So, all right. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Let's all right, let's see what's going on here. Scorpio. All right. 9 of Cups is at the bottom, so that's not bad. All right, you guys have the 2 of Swords. This is showing up in the area of your mind. All right, maybe there's something that you're possibly having a hard time, like maybe landing on a decision or something about that, which is a little bit interesting because you had the 7 of Cups and then the King of Swords that kind of like came out there, or like wanted to anyway. So I wonder if the solution is like something that you're going to kind of like see very soon, or I wonder if there's maybe a particular person who's going to like point you in the right direction or something about that. Okay, that's kind of what I'm feeling. So this is showing up in the area of your mind. So I'm wondering if maybe you're feeling kind of like you don't know what to do about something. There might be something here that you're just like, I don't know which way to go. I don't know how to think about this particular thing. Okay, that could certainly be it. All right. I'm also understanding this as you wanting to show something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm also getting that. So, all right, you have the 7 of Wands, and this is showing up in the area of your feelings here. I do think that you're probably feeling like either something is more than ready, okay, more than ready. And I also feel like there's maybe something here that you might be feeling a level of like, I'm convinced that this can happen. We just have to find the way to do it, or we have to like, I don't know, come to terms with something or something like that, okay? But I do feel like there's a level of you guys being like, no, this is either worth it or something, you know, that kind of thing. All right, okay. I will also say, I'll tell you something, Scorpio. I feel like you're ready for like, I don't want to say like a fight, but I feel like you're ready to like defend yourself, or you're ready to like, you might have been like, you know what, I've been pushed too far. That's it for me, you know, that kind of stuff. That might also be something. And I swear, all these readings, this energy is so it's going through all the different signs, so it's just a thing, you know. So all right, you have the World card, and this is showing up in your environment. So all right, World card, I think there's maybe something that has been kind of like maybe completed or integrated in some way. Okay, that kind of stuff certainly could be. Also, maybe this has something to do with travel. All right, maybe there's something that it requires a certain level of like traveling, something about that, okay, in your environment. All right. Okay. Okay. These little wands are really sticking out to me that she's holding there. So there's something there. Symbolism might be something that's very important. Okay. It is, but maybe extra for right now. So, all right, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is showing up for possibly the goal here. I feel like you're wanting to move forward on something that you're like, I'm ready to do this. Maybe you're like, I don't even need more information. Okay. Or I don't know, something about that. This maybe is you wanting to maybe help somebody else finalize something. Okay. That kind of stuff. I wonder if something is closing. All right. That kind of stuff happening in your environment. And I wonder if this is you guys maybe being like, okay, well, you know, all the plans are there, you know, or we've been like talking about this, that, the other. Now we need to follow through with it. All right. That could also be part of whatever this is. All right. Okay, so you guys have the Queen of Wands, and this is showing up for the possible issue here. All right, I think there's somebody, so I think that you feel a level of like like we're doing this, or we should do this thing, or that kind of stuff. I feel like possibly somebody else is maybe not feeling that way. Okay. Could be. So it might be like a little bit of like lack of confidence, that kind of stuff. Okay. And I also wonder if there's maybe something here where, I don't know, maybe somebody is doing something in a way that like maybe you don't like that, or you wouldn't do it that way, or I don't know, something about that. Okay. That kind of stuff. That could be showing up as a possible issue. I also wonder if this is maybe somebody who is like really, really kind of like doing their own thing, or is, maybe quick to anger, or that kind of stuff. All right, that could certainly be it. I got to tell you, I mean, not for nothing, maybe that is part of like whatever you're kind of experiencing here. It could be that you're just like, yeah, again, I've been like friggin' pushed too far, and like now that's what it is. All right, so you have the Page of Swords, and this is showing up for your opportunities. So I definitely feel like they're like, I mean, we just said something about like symbolism, that kind of stuff. I feel like I just said that to Cancer, or that did come out in their reading a little bit. So that maybe is something here that, okay, this Page of Swords maybe is something in the terms of like being open to all the information, or maybe just starting a conversation, that kind of stuff. Okay. Or this could even be like really, really actively like listening to something. Okay. Or being prepared to remember something that maybe somebody is saying. Okay, that kind of stuff. That could possibly be something here. So let's see what's going on, Scorpio. It does feel a little bit unclear, and I think that's, there we go. Okay, so that's what I was saying. It feels a little bit unclear. So 7 of Cups. There we go. So all right, so let's see, Scorpio. Yeah, okay. So maybe something is foggy. Okay. Not clear, foggy, those kinds of things. Oh, Magician. Hi, Magician. Maybe you guys like Dochi. All right, let's see what's going on. Page of Swords definitely came out twice. So this, oh God, this is going to be, I feel like this is about to be impossible. This is going to be so specific. So, all right. Yes, so Scorpio, there is definitely super specific message for somebody here. Okay. That kind of thing. I feel like this is like, maybe you thought somebody was one person, then it wasn't, that kind of stuff. Okay. Maybe there's something about overhearing something, or I don't even know, something about that. Okay. Or hearing gossip at the right time. There's something about hearing something right at the right time. Okay. That's what I'm understanding here. Hermit card. You might even be like surprised at the timing of something, or maybe overhearing a secret. Okay. I also almost want to say maybe speaking about somebody else's situation, which, yeah. All right. So let's see what's going on. 10 of Wands and the King of Swords. This feels so specific. I do think so. I feel like there's something that maybe it was like a little bit of like an overboard situation, or maybe something here. I also understand you guys possibly bringing maybe like your troubles. I don't know how else to say it, something like that. Yeah. Like kind of contemplating about something, and maybe being like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like I feel kind of like apathetic, or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. Maybe there was something that you kind of brought that to, I don't know, somebody here. Maybe they kind of shut you down on that. Okay. That kind of stuff. And that actually might have caused an ending with this World card. All right. Certainly could have been. All right. Yeah. Okay. I mean, 2 of Swords in the air of your mind. So maybe you're even thinking of that. Maybe you're like, should I have paid attention to that? Or why was this ignored? Or, what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see, Scorpio, what's going on? There's the Ace of Swords, and yeah. So we're getting somewhere. You have the Queen of Wands, clarifying the Queen of Wands. So there is something about confidence, or again, maybe being kind of like pissed off about something. 4 of Wands is at the bottom. It's more of that like finalization stuff, or maybe taking like being like, okay, we're going to stop at this particular point, that kind of stuff. Okay. Maybe there's something that you're feeling is like kind of one-sided. All right. That kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see. You guys have the 2 of Swords, and you have it with the Ace of Swords. This is showing up in the air of your mind. I feel like although there is clarity, I think that there's maybe like back and forth, that kind of stuff going on. Okay. Or this is you guys possibly maybe not wanting to let somebody else know that you have seen some information, or you've been made aware of something, that kind of stuff. Okay. I feel like this, this almost feels like, it almost feels like How do I'm like, what example should I use? Like, okay, pretend that you're, I don't know, sitting on a train, right? Okay. And like you have like your phone out or whatever the heck it is. And so doesn't somebody next to you. It's almost like, yes, you could look over and see like what's up, like what they're looking at, but it's like, but you're like not doing that, or you're maybe like actively being like, okay, don't like stare at that, or don't like don't let them know that I know this, or like something about that. Okay, that might be part of whatever it is. I also think you might be thinking like, this person knows so much, but this particular thing they're having a hard time grasping. Okay, certainly, I mean that's not that like surprising. That's that's being a human. We all like have like spiking skills in certain areas, that kind of stuff. I don't know if we all do. I'm just kidding. We all do. But okay. So, all right, let's see. All right. Okay. So you have the 7 of Wands, and then you have it with the Chariot card, and this is showing up in the air of your feelings. Yeah. I feel like there is something here that you're ready to go. I do. I think you are like more than ready to go on something. I also feel like there's maybe something here that you are, you might be feeling like you are taking the control from somebody else because you're so eager for something, okay? Or you know what I'm saying? There might be something about that, okay? I almost get this energy of being like, I can handle this. Like I don't need, you know what I'm saying? A little bit I'm understanding that. It's almost like this thing of like, why like you can do this by yourself. Like, I don't know. A little bit I feel that. All right. And maybe you guys like the number 7 a lot. I mean, Jesus Christ, you have or maybe you're feeling the energy. That's what I'm saying. There's something that was like divine timing. It was like perfect. It was like something happened, or somebody said something and then it happened. This sounds like a prediction, or it sounds like, I don't know, someone who's just friggin' tapped in, that kind of stuff. Maybe this is somebody who's maybe sick of like being taken as like a joke and is like, ready, I'm going to show everybody just how serious I am. So that might be something here. All right. All right, Scorpio. So you guys have the World card, and you have it with the Ace of Cups. So this is showing up in your environment. This might be like a feeling of like a collective feeling of something, that kind of stuff, okay? Or somebody all saw the same thing, or somebody all has the same feelings about something, that kind of stuff, okay? I do understand that. I also understand a person who is integrating particular emotions or particular something into themselves, okay? That kind of stuff. That's a really hard thing to do, all right? Certainly is, especially if you're, it has to do with like, well, integrating anything that is like that you're feeling like, that you haven't kind of like integrated yet, certainly could be, okay? You have the Chariot card. This card has been coming up in your area of your feelings. This card has been coming to me in the terms of like blending those elements, okay? Is like honoring like the light and the dark, that kind of stuff. Not saying that one's better than the other, because that's not true. It's just not, one's not better than the other, okay? We need both of those elements, you know what I'm saying? And it's like kind of blending those. That's what I'm understanding, all right? I also understand, like, well, first of all, for some of you guys, you might be in like a overseas relationship, okay? That kind of stuff, all right? That could be part of whatever this is. Now I feel like that's sneaky, and now I feel like there's something that I want to tell you to freaking check your bank records is what I want to say right now, okay? That kind of stuff, especially if you're maybe feeling something, but maybe you haven't seen proof of it yet, that kind of stuff, okay? Certainly could be. There might be something here where it's like, I don't know. I do want to say that. I want to say checking your bank statements or something like that. Okay. That kind of stuff. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I get collective emotion, something about that. Okay. Going on in your environment. So, all right. Okay. You guys have the Knight of Pentacles, and you have it with the 7, sorry. You have the Knight of Pentacles, and you're with the 6 of Wands. This is showing up for your possible goal here. So, okay, yes, I do think that you're wanting something to get up and running and start I understand you wanting somebody else to go see something, okay? To go see something, that kind of stuff, all right? I also think that this is maybe a delayed reward. I got to tell you, okay, Knight of Pentacles and this 6 of Wands here, that could be that, it could be that you're like, I didn't see it at first, but now I get it, that kind of thing. And maybe it's like, I want to kind of build upon this thing, that kind of stuff, and really start making, either like a routine or a plan or something here that it's like, you're going to be victorious about it. You're going to have a win, that kind of stuff. Okay. I am understanding that. I would also say, I think there's something here that you are wanting somebody else, or maybe yourself, to feel comfortable being seen. Okay. And I don't mean just like, look, you can see me. I mean, having somebody be like, I'm comfortable being myself, like showing up who I really am, and kind of like, maybe there's something that's kind of like, I don't know, quirky about you. Sorry, I don't, that, you know what? I was trying to say like quirky, but then all I could see was QWERTY on the friggin', keyboards that, sorry, I don't know. That was really confusing. I was trying to say a word and then my brain was showing me a different word and I was like, wait, okay. All right. I got to tell you, I feel like that's what this is. So I don't know. There's something here. So let's see. You guys have the Hermit card. This is showing up as what to do here. So, I mean, there's something about sharing something that you know what I'm saying? There's something about like kind of exposing something that you know here, or there's something that you actually like, you have it like written down, or you have it like, I don't know, somewhere in a textbook somewhere, or whatever the heck it is, or in like, I don't know, something that you have that maybe is like your private stash of whatever the heck it is, or a library of some sort. I feel like that's something here, you know what I'm saying, is like doing that, shedding light on that, exposing that, bringing up information that you do know, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm feeling. I actually really want to say that, okay? You have the Knight of Swords, and this is showing up as what to avoid. I got to tell you, I feel like this is not something that should be rushed. I don't think so. I think this is something that like the details really big time matter with this, okay? That kind of stuff. I don't think this is like rushing through information or doing something without really like checking the facts or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm understanding. Hermit card's not rushing through anything, okay? And that's what you have is like what to do, all right? Knight of Swords is like a little wild, okay? A lot wild. All right. Okay. For some of you guys, you even maybe are wanting just some time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It could be something to maybe do, I want to say maybe just by yourself, or, something like that. So, all right, let's see. So, okay, you guys have the Queen of Wands, clarifying the Queen of Wands, showing up for the possible issue. Again, I feel like there is just something where there's a lack of confidence, or something about that. Or maybe, again, there maybe is somebody who is like kind of pissed off about something. But I do understand this as either maybe feeling like overwhelmed, or there's like too much energy, that kind of stuff. Queen of Wands, I understand that, especially coming up twice, okay? It might be that it's like, feeling like stifled, or like creatively blocked, or feeling like, oh, you can't say that, you can't say that. Oh my God, I understand that, okay? It might be that you're feeling like, well, never mind, I will do nothing and I'll be the most boring person in the world, that kind of stuff. Maybe you keep getting met with like every single person who's offended under the sun, that kind of stuff. That's like, after a certain point, it's like, I'm so, what are you going to do? God, it's like annoying, man. It really is. Okay. I'm like a liberal person. That kind of stuff, that doesn't do whatever the heck you want. Like, I truly don't care. But like, it's like, come on, I don't know. It's a little exhausting. It's a little exhausting having to like micromanage every word you say, or like anything like that, that can be like, that can just, that's not fun. It's not fun. Not into it, yeah. Okay. So, all right. So let's see. Also, maybe not everybody loves something that you are doing, or something that you are like kind of like showing up for, or whatever the heck it is. Okay. There also could be an issue where maybe you're feeling like you've been showing up for this person, or you've been cheering this person on over and over and over again, whatever the heck it is. And maybe some information came to you that you're like, well, I'll never do that again. Like, what the heck? Like that, that could also definitely be something here. So, all right. Okay, so you have the, you know what I gotta tell you? With these two Queen of Wands, I'm also understanding this as somebody who has like an issue with like same-sex relationships. That's their issue to deal with. That's not you. Like, let them live in their little bubble of like bad energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nuts. Like sorry, I really have a problem with that. I don't like that. I have a lot of gay people in my family, and you know what? And even if I didn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't do that. All right, so let's see. You guys, sorry. I felt like I put like my whole family on blast. So, all right, you guys have the King of Cups, and this is showing up as what to do. So, yeah, like diving into that like compassionate like feeling there, that kind of stuff. Okay, that's what I'm understanding. Absolutely. I also feel like there's maybe something where it's like, if you can at all possibly like not like react to something, that kind of stuff, and like really just kind of like maintaining that energy, that kind of stuff, or even being like a kind of a comforting source for maybe somebody else, or even for yourself, that kind of stuff. I feel like that's what we're supposed to be doing here. Okay, double Queen of Wands, that can again be like high intensity energy, or feeling like electricity, I almost want to say. I actually definitely do want to say that, okay? That kind of stuff. Maybe there's something here where somebody is feeling superstitious about something. They might be like, oh my God, that's bad luck. And you might be like, for you, you can think it's bad luck. That doesn't mean it has to be bad luck for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, Scorpio. There's this thing where you might have just friggin' had it. You might be like, if you tell me how I feel one more time, you know, or like anything like that. I don't know. I'm getting that understanding. So, all right, you're the Three of Pentacles. This is showing up as like what you might want to avoid. So maybe there's just a particular freaking group of people that it's like, avoid that. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. Or a particular way of, I also want to say avoid the bottom level of something, okay? I don't know what that is. Well, I know what a bottom level is. I don't know. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm understanding with this. Okay, something about that, avoiding that. This Three of Pentacles is giving me really weird energy, so it is definitely showing up as what to avoid. So I feel like that makes sense. We're also going to clarify that one more time. What is this Three of Pentacles to avoid? I don't even need to. It's like avoid feeling like you have to do what everyone else is doing. Avoid feeling like you have to follow the plan that everyone else is doing because you maybe are feeling kind of like timid to, you know, come out in some way, or timid to be like, well, this is my personality, or this is what I like and that's what it is. That kind of stuff. That's what I'm feeling with that. All right. So, okay. Let's see. You guys have, you have the Page of Swords, and then you have it with the Four of Swords with the Four of Swords here. This is showing up for your opportunity. I feel like this is quieting your mind. I really do. Okay. I also find this to be processing time. All right. Finding out something, or kind of like being, excuse me, being curious about something, wanting to find something out, wanting to like, either like investigate something, get some more information, that kind of stuff. And then I understand that as giving yourself time to process it. Okay. That kind of stuff. There might be some repetition. Okay. There might be some, here's what I'll say with this. There might be a situation where it's like, so everybody processes things differently, okay? So if you're, you know, this double Queen of Wands, if it's like, if somebody's like, hey, Queen of Wands, hey, Queen of Wands, hey, Queen of Wands, hey, like, don't do that, okay? That's like infuriating, and it's also disrespectful because, again, everybody processes things in different times, that kind of stuff. So it's almost like giving some room for, you know, a situation to process, understand something, that kind of stuff, before like saying it again, like that kind of thing, okay? Because that can turn into something that, is not that wonderful. So I don't know. All right, let's see. There's also something to take notes about your like meditations or your dreams or something about that. Okay, that kind of stuff. Maybe there's even something about being curious about maybe a particular type of healing, or how to kind of maybe heal something from home, or work on something in a home setting, okay? That kind of thing, that might be part of something. So, all right, you have the Sun card. This is showing up as what to do. I feel like I kind of want to say making like the happiest situation you possibly can here, that kind of stuff. And I do think there's something about maybe being optimistic, that kind of situation, or assuming something in positive form, okay? That kind of stuff. I said that in one of the air sign readings. I mean, again, Queen of Wands twice, all right? Sunflowers there, they, you know, plants grow towards where the sun is. So you have the Sun card here. There's something about that. It's like looking up, you know, that kind of stuff. So, all right. For what to avoid, you guys have the Eight of Cups here. I would avoid walking away from something if you feel like it's not worth walking away from. All right. That kind of stuff. But at the same time, if there is something that you're like, you know what, this is beneath me, like I deserve better, that kind of stuff, then of course walk away from that. That's something that's going to be personal. You're going to know that, you know, better than I am. All right. Okay. I kind of want to say like avoid being like disappointed by something, but unless that's like a blessing in disguise type of situation, I'm not going to tell anybody to not be disappointed by something. That's like our emotions are important, you know? All right. So that's what I have for you guys, Scorpio. I hope this reading was helpful. It made sense, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements. Otherwise, I will see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.